Alright, folks, once again, it's your boy Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming, and I told you I would do it. I have a slightly more competitive version of the Endymion deck. Let me be more specific. I have a slightly more Jakari'd version, or Nightmare version, whatever the fuck you want to say it, how you want to say it. People who know me, who don't know me as Nightmare, it's cool. But it's pretty much because only people who call me Nightmare are people who know me by just by the channel. Everybody else calls me by my government. Everybody knows me by Jakari. It's perfectly fine. It is what it is. But anyways, I brought it's 42 cards. And yes, I am running all of the one trap. You'll figure out why soon. When I get to it, you'll understand why. So let's get started. So, kind of the more obvious choice. I'm still gonna run 3 copies of Big Daddy main deck boss Endymion. 3 copies of Servant, because that makes the absolute most sense. I'm running 1 copy of Magister, 1 copy of Reflection, and then 1 copy of Magical Abductor still. I happen to still like Abductor in this deck. It works for what the deck's supposed to do for the general purposes, so I keep it. But I shaved down the Magister and the Reflector because as much as I like them, they tend to overclog my hand, so I had to shave them down. That's actually it for anything that is directly related to just the Endymion stuff, with the exception of the Abductor. That one's kind of a personal choice. And then for the Mythical Beast side, it's kind of the Law of 2. 2 Garuda, 2 Master Cerberus, 2 Jackal King. And then the last 2 are Infinity and Zero. And then the last monster in the deck is a personal choice. And because you're running Zero and Infinity, you can actually do this straight from your hand. 1 Obelisk the Tormentor. Why not? You've probably seen stranger shit in the deck, but I've been able to drop this thing more than once. So it's a lot more often than normal that I've been able to drop it. So he stays. And then everything else is going to be spells or traps, like I should have stated before. It was either going to be Twin Twisters or these, and I chose these, so 3 Cosmic Cyclones. And then, Magical Citadel, Monster Reborn. I do have a 1 day apiece. I dropped down to 2 Pot of Desires because you guys know my preference on Desires. I'm not a big fan of it. This deck, 2 is okay. I dropped it down to 2 because I don't really want to banish 31 cards. So, 1 Regeki, and then I have some one-ofs that I don't want to get rid of. 3 Grasp, 3 Mastery, 2 Super Poly, 2 Terraforming, Upstart, and World Legacy Succession. And then the 1 Lone Trap, Necrofusion. You'll understand why Necrofusion is in the deck. Yes, I know it's kind of overkill because of the 2 Super Polys, but it is what it is. If I'm still just happen to be in battle phase and I have no super poly, or if I have super poly in hand and nothing to discard, necrofusion. So there you go. There's my main reasoning for it. To the extra deck, I don't have a side deck for this because I don't really. The only thing you'd probably side in this is like Danko, but then Danko hurts me because of necrofusion. It forces me to have a dead necrofusion unless I have super polys in hand. So Quintet Magician, starting Venom. There you go. There's your reasoning for super polys and necrofusion right there. Borload, 3 of the Daybreak. Of course, the Electromite, because you can't really run a Pendulum deck without it. Unicorn. Saryuja, another way I can drop the Obelisk. Underclock Ticker. And then everything else is Xyz monsters. So, number 11, number 22, number 41, Absolute, Red Ice Flare Metal. Let's get that up a little bit. Sorry for that, force of habit. I kind of put them low. But I happen to like how the deck plays. Unfortunately, due to time constraints with work, I don't get to play as much as I used to. It's kind of restrictive to really just on the weekends now. But when I do get to play, I do have fun. I do get to play with it quite often. People tend to hate it. It does have its limitations. No, I don't run the chronographs because there's certain stuff that, without the chronographs being in the deck, I don't really want to play it. And it kind of just ended up bogging down my hand after a while. So, reason for there being no tuners is because I don't have any magician synchros. So, no harmonizing, no need for it. If I really want to go dark and throw a tuner in there, you'll probably see the return of an old Plague Spreader friend, just to be funny. Because nobody would really expect Plague Spreader in here, but it actually, because of the amount of the few 6s that you run, a couple of 7s, it actually does make it kind of easy for you to go into things like a Star Eater, Bills, your standard stuff. So it's funny because I thought about doing a Guard Dragon build, but good lord, most of you guys know me to know I don't like doing heavy combo decks. The most combo-centric deck that I've profiled that you guys know I enjoy playing was my Miyakashi deck. I took great pride in that deck because it was the FTK variant. So yes, it was kind of combo-centric because you had to keep remembering what you used and keep bringing out stuff and then synchro climbing up into the link again and all this other stuff and making sure you have stuff on the board in order to do everything right. And one vital part of that falls and that deck is dead. So I am going to do another version of the Miyakashi deck where it does not do the FTK. It's going to be more, I'm going to say it now, it's going to be more for fun purposes. Because, let's be honest, unless you get Yukiona and a couple of the 9 of the 11 star synchros on the field, or something with some power, that deck falls very quickly, very flat on its face. If you stop one part of the chain, it falls flat on its face. So I'm gonna say that, I know that. I do have another zombie deck coming up. That'll be after this one, of course. I kind of wanted to do this first. Um, like I said in the thank you video, I have confirmed one deck profile for the birthday slash 100 subscriber special, and that's the Dark Magician Endymion deck. I'm going to throw this out there. You are going to eventually see my take on, what was it, Necros. But when I say my take, you're going to see some stuff in there that most people don't run. But I'll explain why I run it. Kind of like I do with most of the stuff. But you'll see why I've already tested playing the deck. It actually does work. Like some decks, it does have a potential to break, but again, it's always the risk you take when you build something from scratch, where you don't see many people doing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet on it, and I'm gonna profile that probably in the next week or so. Like I said on the Facebook page, that I also shared to my page, to my main Facebook page, due to some, let's just be nice and say, technical difficulties. Goddamn AT&T. Your Wi-Fi sucks. Your Wi-Fi sucks. And your Wi-Fi sucks. Between now and the 13th, well, now and the 12th, unless I upload the videos for the next week on like Saturday, primarily on Saturday, the two videos that I uploaded earlier yesterday, which were the Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck and what was the other deck I did? The Dino Wrestler pure deck, the pure Dino Wrestler deck. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. I've shot so many profiles over the last like 2-3 weeks. I kind of forget which ones I uploaded, but I had to think about it for a second because that one was kind of near and dear to my heart, because most people who know me know I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm a huge MMA fan. So a deck with dinosaurs where they do a lot of martial arts, different forms of martial arts and wrestling names, it's hilarious to me. So you knew I was going to build that. I don't want to do Gokis. If I do Gokis, I'll have to talk to Twisted, because he built a very good version of the deck, but it kind of got smacked in the face by the back-to-back ban lists. Actually, back-to-back ban lists. So if I do a Goki deck, it would probably be a pure Goki deck. No Dark Warrior engine. No Orchist. I'm going to leave that to Twisted, because doing the combo-centric stuff is more Twisted's thing and not mine. What else do I have coming up? I do have a couple of mixes between this, and this one's probably going to throw people off, but when I show you how I built it, you'll understand. Between this and Gravekeepers, you'll find out soon enough. That's all I need to say. You're going to laugh when you see it. It's probably going to trigger people. It is what it is. I am working on both the Demise King of Armageddon and Ruin Queen of Oblivion decks with incantation. What else am I working on right now? An updated Pure Trickstar deck with some of the stuff that came from, I think it was Savage Strike or Duco. I can't really remember at this point. So much shit has come out in the last few months. But I can't remember. But like I said in one of the other videos, I have like 21, 22 decks that I've been working on. But like I said, a lot of revolving door moving parts. So most of the ritual decks, you're going to end up seeing incantations in there somehow, some way. Hell, I'll say this now. I'm doing a Vendread version with incantations. There we go. God, did they need to change it from Devi Ritual? Devi Ritual is so easier to say. I'm actually doing a pure... Okay, I'm not going to call it by its TCG name. I'm just going to say the OCG version. I am doing a pure Devi Ritual deck. That's going to be interesting, just to say the least. That's going to be interesting. It's going to be kind of fun, too. I am working on a Magician of Chaos deck. So that one's going to be coming up probably... I'm going to probably say the week before my birthday. That's probably when that one's going to hit. Because I'm still testing that and tweaking that, and then I will probably put that one out probably either the Thursday or Friday before my birthday. So literally about a week out from my birthday. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, don't forget to go check out Kelsey13's YouTube channel and Evolution of Pro Wrestling. I'm going to shout out a few more people. Don't forget, if you haven't already liked his page and his YouTube channel, The Cali Effect is probably, like I said in the thank you video, Cali Effect, JD from NY206, and Team Samurai X1 are three of the main people that gave me inspiration to do this channel. JD's the main reason why I wanted to do so much wrestling related content, but it's, like I said, time constraints with work kind of prevents me from doing a lot of the traveling that is needed to do it. But once that's situated, you'll start seeing more wrestling content from me. Myself and Twisted, I should say. You'll start seeing more gaming content once everything with work starts to trickle down a little bit more, and I'm back down to just doing 40 hours instead of 60 a week. So, but that's it. That's it. And that's all, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at it'd be Twisted Night Games, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, most of the vowels are taken out of the twisted and the night part. I believe twisted is actually spelled twisted, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it's TWSTD_NGHT_games, because couldn't make it as a full channel name unless I took out all the spaces, and even then didn't have enough space because nightmare. Follow the Instagram. I'm going to again start sharing more on the Instagram. Like I said, I'm not, you guys know, if you know me, I'm not the biggest social media rat. So the easiest way to find stuff is if I post it on the Facebook page for Twisted Nightmare Gaming, I'm going to end up posting it and tweeting it. Those are the main two that I hit on a regular basis, because those are the two easiest ones for me to remember to do, because it's kind of hard to do a 9-10 second clip unless I just take a screenshot of the video and then make that the picture and say, hey, this is coming out, like I did with sometime last week. But other than that, that's it, folks. It'll be night. This is Nightmare, Twisted Nightmare Gaming, signing off.